Why does yelling at your kid work? I'll tell you why it works. Yelling at your kid actually works. It creates a massive cortisol and adrenaline spike. Cortisol and adrenaline actually help your kid focus. They help all of us focus. Fear helps us focus. It's the way we're designed, right? When we yell at our kids, when we raise our voice, they feel a little bit unsafe. They're shocked into just the physical sensation of hearing a loud, violent voice in front of them, and that cortisol and the adrenaline creates a more narrow focus. Stress is not a bad thing in that respect, right? Stress actually helps us. When we need it, stress is really, really useful. It's going to help us dial in our focus. The problem is that is not sustainable. It's not a sustainable path towards like long-term success. It just isn't, right? You can't be dialed in on a giant cocktail of cortisol and adrenaline being productive all the time. And I know this because I had major burnout issues when I was a young teacher. Working way too hard, drinking way too much coffee, not getting enough sleep, not taking care of myself, and I was exhausted. But man, cortisol and adrenaline are a hell of a drug, and that's why they work. They really work for our kids. That's why it works when you yell at them. That's why they snap too. But that's not necessarily a healthy relationship with demand. You want them to be able to meet demand with a degree of focus, a degree of clarity, just the right amount of cortisol to bring them, but then you want that dopamine and the satisfaction of, I'm actually doing the thing. I'm completing the task. You want all of the serotonin of like capability. I feel smooth, I feel regulated, I can do this, I know I can finish this, right? Those are the rewarding chemicals that are going to want to create sustained success, not just that spike of focus that gets them to jump into what you need them to do. So it might work for a second, but it's not a long-term strategy.